The appendicular skeletal system, it consists of the entire transverse axis of the body and all the bones which are involved in forming this entire transverse portion. It consists of two types of girdles and limb bones. It is formed of around 126 bones, and the first type is of pectoral girdle. The pectoral girdle consists of the clavicle, the scapula, and both these structures, they join together to form the pectoral girdle. If you look into details of the clavicle, it is a S-shaped bone which is long, narrow, and rod-like, extending between the sternum and acromion process of the scapula bone. You can see the structure. Next, at times this shoulder girdle is also known as the collarbone. Most of you can feel it on your shoulders. Scapula is a flat triangular bone present at the back of the shoulder and is also known as the shoulder blade. It is a triangular process which binds the humerus and fits in the humerus bone into it, and also it gives support to the ribs as well as the shoulder girdle. The main function of the pectoral girdle is it provides articulation of arm bones. It also provides surface for attachment of tendons of biceps and tricep muscles of the upper arm. So it is supporting the upper part of our body. Next is the structure of the clavicle. It is very clearly shown over here. The green color structure is the clavicle, and the shape we have already discussed. It is a narrow rod shaped structure which is S-shaped bone and is extending from the sternum to the acromion process of the scapula. Scapula is that triangular bone which is there at the end. And this is the scapula, the red color structure. Again, we are aware is a triangular structure which is supporting the shoulder blade as well as the humerus. The second type of girdle is the pelvic girdle. These are located in the lower part of the trunk and are two in number. Each is formed of single and semicircular process consisting of the ilium, pubis, and the ischium. Ilium is this triangular bone, ischium is this small bone, and pubis is this small area over here. These three join together, and they are two in number in the sense there are two ilium, two ischium, and a pubis process which is half both the side, and it is giving support to the lower part as well as it is just forming a structure which is consisting of all these structures together. There is one more thing which is present over here, that is the sacrum. Sacrum is a bone which is a triangular bone consisting of various short, wide, and flat bones, and they vary in case of males and females. In case of males, the sacrum is long, narrow, and concave, whereas in case of the females, the sacrum is short, wide, and flat. The reason why it is like that in the females is so that it can help in the process of childbirth. Let's see the functions of the pelvic girdle. The both the pelvic girdles, they join together to form a bowl like structure. If you see this structure together, it is looking like a ball. This, sorry, this entire structure, it is looking like a bowl. So that is what it means. And this bowl like structure is helpful in protecting the abdominal viscera. All the abdominal organs, they all are protected with the help of this pelvic girdle. The lower part of our body is erect because of the presence of this, or the lower part of our body is capable of supporting the upper part only because of this particular bowl like shape. In the females, it is much more flexible, and the reason is It helps in the process of parturition or childbirth. It is helpful in attachment of the leg bones and the muscles of the leg. Humerus is the next bone, and humerus is a bone which is linked with our upper arm. Humerus is joined to the scapula, and if you see the structure, the humerus joins has actually three parts, and all these three parts they join together and help in forming the entire structure of the humerus. Next is the radius and ulna. Humerus is joined with these two bones, and these one bone is straight, whereas another bone is little curved. Ulna is curved, whereas radius is the straight bone, and both of them they combine together to form the middle part of our hand, or the flexible part of our hand. It is so that we can just turn it in different directions. Next is the carpals. There are five number of bones which are present in the carpals, and the green part is the carpal, and carpal extends to form the metacarpals and later on the phalanges. Phalanges consist of three digits or three smaller bones which are joined together. If you see the phalanges, there are 40 number of phalanges present, three in each finger, and this is how the structure is formed at all. And there are various names for it, but these all names are not required. It's just important that you remember the total number of bones is 14, and each finger is containing three number of bones in case of the phalanges. So I hope you all have understood this part. This is all about the appendicular skeletal system.